Welcome to a brief introduction to the SANY value proposition dealer to customer. In this summary, we are going to define what the actual value statement is. We're going to cover some message pillars, show you what a value points summary looks like, cover some case studies and testimonials, and look at also an example value proposition. Every time you receive this, you'll receive an updated video from SANY explaining changes to the value proposition and just improved messaging as we collect information over time. Okay, so a value proposition is a clear statement that explains how your product resonates with and improves a customer situation or differentiates and delivers specific benefits, and lastly, more importantly, substantiates these reasons with evidence to support why the ideal customer should buy from you and not from the competition. So going forward, you'll find the information a lot more improved in terms of how it's organized. So let's jump into the brand message pillars and show you what this is going to look like. It's currently under construction. We're gathering lots of information on service and innovation and quality. But the goal with messaging pillars is to develop a message and supporting content and sales materials at all levels communicates the SANY value proposition effectively more than here's our price, we're lower, buy it. Because the evidence does support that it is a very robust piece of equipment and runs in really harsh environments with poor maintenance practices and is actually the preference of many large fleet owners that have the option to buy whatever brand they want. To augment the whole value proposition and understanding of the value proposition, we are collecting what we call value points, okay? And this is a list of reasons that the excavator is a superior value. It's made with common parts. SANY Corporate has invested in the actual North American initiative. And then on the right-hand side, we are working on a list of technical specification value points. Is it a lower cost? Does it really save you money? The evidence is out there, but not as good as it needs to be. So we're in the process of gathering that. We're going to leave this open for feedback. Doug has mentioned some value points. We can list those here. Other value points from anybody else might be off to the right-hand side, and we will collectively fill in all of this information and do this virtual training with the dealers on the value proposition going forward. Okay, we've also organized customer testimonial videos, and the customers or the dealers will be able to mouse over customer testimonials we've been able to gather to date and actually paste a link into a customer that may be using this, so they can use this as support resources. Again, this is limited currently, but over time this is going to grow. Case studies. So I was able to get a number of case study type videos. Unfortunately, a lot of them are in English or non-English languages. However, as these continue to be developed or come to us, we will always update the case studies into this document. And then I was able to collect some product support videos. This is SANY. There's some excavator demos. There's group excavator reviews. And all of these things that, again, it's a work in process, give the sales staff at the dealer level an opportunity to, when they connect with a customer, to paste in a link and say, here's so-and-so that's in your same application with the same machine, listen to what he has to say. And again, it reinforces the value proposition across the board. Currently under construction, we do have a number of initiatives in the aftermarket that are obviously more fully developed than this. I just lack the text for that. But I have some starter subjects in terms of what we might want to cover, parts policies, warranty policies, service training, etc. Anything that I can use that the dealer can then communicate to the customer that further explains in a sentence or two what the actual value point might be. Okay, so a sample value proposition that the dealers can use, and again, we're going to build towards something like this, would be what we did for the port equipment for the Break Bulk trade show that's coming up in October. Again, we had objectives to develop key brand messages and digital marketing content. We had a series of meetings and discovered a number of high value messaging points around service, innovation, and quality. I won't read all of these to you here, but they are there for the taking, or there for the example. And then for the Break Bulk show, and this can be used for ConExpo, it can be used for other shows, it can be used for customer presentations. We will always have a list of subpoints that affect the messaging and the value proposition going forward. So this is a sample outcome of the series of meetings that we had, but useful as sort of a reference point to see what we can do from a conversation standpoint. And a list of value points for port equipment. Again, 1 through 8. There's probably more, but this was enough to get the message clarified going out to the public, and so obviously this affects the website, this particular equipment category, and we absolutely need to have the same thing for construction equipment. So with that, that's kind of a brief overview, and I would use the same kind of concept to train the dealers. I would send them a monthly email with a video and an updated presentation and an introductory video just like we looked at. So hope that helps, and we will talk to you soon.